up, guys? It's your boy Alex, and welcome back to the Brave Lionheart channel. We are back with some more reaction videos, and today we have another special requested reaction video. This also comes to us from Infinity Studios, who wanted me to do another Nostalgia Critic reaction video. And considering it is the month of October, he wanted me to cover or react to a review of him talking about a certain movie that has a certain few things in it that may relate to spooky times in it, or spookiness, or spoopiness as we're all calling it this year. Yeah, it's 2020, everybody. You gotta say spoopy now. It's canon. It's canon in the real world now. Something like that. But also, he wanted it to be a special request to the late, great voice actress named Mary Kay Bergman, who, if you didn't know, actually voiced a lot of characters in her life. She also was one of the original voices for Cartman's mom, Mrs. Cartman. I forgot her first name because, honestly, she wasn't a very memorable character, except just for, you know, being that, having that raspy, high-pitched voice kind of thing, or something like that. But she was also known for today's reaction video. So, again, if you couldn't tell from the title of the video, today we are doing a reaction to Nostalgia Critic's review of Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. If not one of the greatest Scooby-Doo films of all time. I know that on my old channel I kind of said it was my least favorite Scooby-Doo movie, because I was, you know, in that time and my reviews were not the best back then on my old channel. But to be completely honest, after rewatching the movie, it is now actually one of the best, like, Scooby-Doo animated films of all time. Really an awesome film, too. You know, it's got great atmosphere, and it's got a nice mix of, like, supernatural stuff that happens to the characters. Stuff like that. And, yeah, this, of course, is going to be dedicated to the late, great Mary Kay Bergman, who also voiced Daphne for the movie. Well, for most of the original Scooby-Doo straight-to-video movies, I still remember if Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island ever came out in theaters, or if it was just a straight-to-video movie. I think it was just a straight-to-video movie. Then again, I might be wrong. But, without further ado, let's get the spoopy time started with this video. Okay, so like I said, for this part of the video, no special intro for this, because I already did that. Said it was dedicated to Mary Kay Bergman. May she rest in peace for being the voice of Daphne. So, let's not waste any time and actually jump right into the video. So, without further ado, let's take a look at Nostalgia Critic's review of Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island and start this spoopy month off right. So, start the video in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. And hopefully this actually is a movie that Doug likes. The last Nostalgia Critic video I did was also on a movie that he liked, and that was a Disney movie. Though this is from a different company, so we can only hope that he likes this one as much as most people do. Sorry, there was a burp there for a second, sorry. Whew, so glad that this video has no smell vision.
1969. Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Premieres on
Come on!
franchise.
I actually forgot this was one of his ways of doing Nostalgia-ween as his intro.
There's one special in particular Scooby-Doo fans claim is by far the best one. Scooby-Doo Zombie Island. Will it have the same impact as when it first premiered? Will it have cameos from Zombie Gilligan and Skipper? And will it find the answer if Velma is the teenage version of Marcy? Don't delay the truth any longer. Fanfiction forums are counting on it. I'm Nostalgia Stack, and welcome to Nostalgia-ween.
Nostalgia-ween. I don't remember what this is he's parodying for an intro. You guys let me know in the comment section down below, because this looks like one of those, like, old, like, you know, old school, like, crime show intros, which I didn't watch many of those back then, so I'm not gonna know what this is parodying a lot. The music is good, though. Love the music. Yeah. Nostalgia-ween, yeah. I can't do it. I can't do it. That's too much.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy. Remember it so you don't have to. It's hard to find a formula that can last over 50 years. But Scooby-Doo has certainly found that formula. Though there's certainly been variations over the years, Scooby-Doo has delighted kids with almost the exact same characters and setup. A bunch of 20-something kids stumble across a monster that's usually a person in a mask, and they need to solve the mystery of who it is. Sometimes they stray from the formula, and the result has always been, well, back to formula. I guess it makes sense why it's lasted.
Why'd you have to use that?
The characters are pleasant and easy to identify. They're a great contrast to the gothic situations they're
Yeah,
in. The
that's what everyone knows it as.
Problem-solving skills, and of course that adorably mangy dog too. It's become a cultural.
And also, it's at this point, I think in the later seasons, everyone started to catch on to the repetitiveness of Scooby-Doo. You know, basically, they go to the spooky place, a monster starts attacking, occasionally they get attacked by the monster while they're looking for clues, they put the clues all together off screen, and they set up the trap to capture the monster and figure out who's been behind it all and send him to jail. Occasionally, that's been the kind of butt of the joke for Fred as a character, that most of his traps don't necessarily work too well. And that became a staple for Fred for every other Scooby-Doo show.
As well as being satirized by everybody, including themselves.
At least
I forgot about this! Funny enough, there's two alternate versions, or there's an alternate version of the Scooby-Doo Blair Witch Project.
To look over what many fans would consider
The original version everyone remembers is that all the gang members die. The Scooby-Doo gang members.
Released a home video in 1998, this is what many Scooby-Doo fans consider their magnum opus. With good animation, a darker tone, and actual monsters this time as opposed to just people in masks. An element that would return in many future spin-offs. Well, that's all fine and good. Does it hold any value for grown-ups? Is there something there to entertain the brain of an adult as well as the heart of a child? Well, let's jump right in after running midair in a circle to find out. Let's close out Nostalgia Ween with Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island.
Yeah.
Ah, shit, I put on Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Gentlemen, behold!
This one is certainly
I'll never get tired of that being the old intro for Aqua Teen Hunger Force before the actual intro.
Put this in by mistake.
I would love to see that crossover.
It wouldn't be a Scooby-Doo property with.
And of course, this wouldn't be a Scooby-Doo movie without a classic Scooby-Doo chase scene. And of course, without the classic Scooby-Doo theme song or any other, generic, song that they had in the show. And this is also a thing that most of the straight-to-video or straight-to-DVD Scooby-Doo movies did. They try to make a rock version of the theme song, or a synth-pop, I think, version of the song, which was okay at the time, but as the movies kept coming, oh boy, they were not that good. Not that good at all. And besides, I know for a fact Scooby-Doo and Courage the Cowardly Dog came out, which I have not watched yet, but hopefully they don't have a weirder version of the theme song in that. Or a weirder version of Courage's theme song in that, too. Oh, hold on. Sorry about that.
Today's soon-to-be dated musical guest is...
I feel like they could get that band in, an old school episode of that show, that version of Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, they cut the part where Velma climbed Daphne in order to reach Shaggy's hand. You know exactly why. He's defeated and revealed to be...
Look, it's Mr. Beeman, the real estate agent.
I think the real question is, who's wearing the Fred mask? There's no
Oh,
way those are
jeez, he's got Casper's eyes.
Gotten away with it too if it wasn't for that big dog and you meddling kids.
I got top billing from the villain this time.
Congrats for you, Scooby.
She is sharing on a talk show as she now has become a reporter on Americana.
Ooh, stories like that always give me the heebie-jeebies.
Rosie O'Donnell's show has
That always made me laugh.
to a skinny black woman.
Alright, let me scooch over
Fred
just
is
a
her
little bit.
producer.
Oh gosh, that smile!
Shaggy and Scooby becoming security guards at an airport. I'm not gonna lie, the idea of Scooby-Doo sniffing out drugs is both the funniest and most...
That honestly would be awesome to see.
Arrest me, Shaggy sold me that shit.
Rough him up, boys. No, they're just happy because they get
It'd
to
be
keep
like
the
Breaking
contraband
Bad, but with Scooby-Doo.
country. And nothing else. Especially stuff that would make them want to eat all that contraband.
You ate all the contraband!
It's the jackpot of jobs.
I'm just gonna probably say a lot of quotes from this.
Jack from
A
Bob.
lot.
Meanwhile, Velma runs a mystery bookstore right next to Ray's occult books. As Fred calls
Huh.
and says he's getting...
Who knew they'd be neighbors?
Surprising Daphne on her birthday.
Gosh, gosh.
Man, Velma spent no time getting her grope on.
It's just a hug, dog.
So Fred invites them along on a story to find actual haunted areas instead of these surprisingly common criminals in ghost masks.
Perfect. Mystery Inc. is back in business.
That was a whole 7 minutes we spent apart.
A lot longer time than a live-action movie did.
They tour Louisiana to find real ghosts, but everyone is...
And honestly, the music for this movie was actually really, really
There's a
good.
woman named Lena Dupre who says she knows a real haunted house on Moonscar Island.
What do we have to lose?
And that Lena is kind of cute.
Fred.
I just meant she'd be real photogenic for our segment.
This is because I had that fling with Biff from Jabberjaw. To a ferry that'll take them to the haunted island with the haunted house through the haunted bayou.
Pirates use this bayou to hide from.
Well, hello, Jim Cummings.
So only a
Again.
fool will come looking up in here.
No, sorry, I have a condition where I shout that word. Anyway, they were looking for fool's gold while nourishing a fool's hope.
Ooh!
Watching Fools Rush In is a new movie at the time. Unreal. Scooby and Shaggy fall over, though, but are saved by a fisherman named Snakebite, who's looking to catch Big Mona, an uncatchable catfish.
This here's my hunting pig. Hunting pig?
That's the weirdest thing I ever heard. Isn't that right, mystery-solving talking dog? Super weird. He returns them to
Yeah.
their boat, and they arrive at the house on the island, which is crawling with cats.
Rats! Come back, Scooby!
You will know my name is.
Just stop already.
They come across the owner named Simone, who is not amused at Scooby's antics.
You'll have to do something about your dog.
Food always keeps Scooby occupied.
If it will keep him from chasing my cats.
No, I meant the cats being the food. Is that off the table?
I would say so, yeah.
Notice a chill in the kitchen as the local ghosts recommend their favorite Jordan Peele movie.
Hey! Even the ghosts of this movie love Jordan Peele so much.
The ghosts get more restless.
It'll be like those ghost hunting shows. There might be bumps in the distance. Bumps! Velma starts levitating, though, as Daphne is thrilled that the ghost might be real.
This just gets better and better. Maybe from where you're standing. Anybody want to try getting me down?
Sure thing. Come on, Scoob.
I was talking to Daphne.
Oh!
To see if they can gather clues as to what happened.
Feel the chill in the air. I think I saw something.
The ghost edited the footage to include a close-up.
It looks like a ghost.
Ha! It wasn't a criminal at all. It was Old Man Ghost. Something seems backwards. So the ghost, it looks like, is the pirate Moonscar, but Fred still thinks it can't be real.
Then why did it only show up on the tape?
There's always a logical explanation for these things.
Like, remember when we proved Fatima was really the devil? Just look at the facts. Velma examines further and discovers the house is partly made from Moonscar's pirate ship.
Parts of this house are quite old. Pieces of the pirate ship could have been used in the construction.
I hear that. The studio is 50% Hispaniola, complete with Captain Flint.
What?
Put a shelf there.
Yeah. Yeah. Really weird to put an ad right there in the middle of your review when we're not even halfway through this video. We're not even halfway, like, through the whole movie yet. We haven't even gotten to the real spoopy stuff yet. Yeah, kind of weird. But again, gonna be doing a lot of editing, so it looks better for you guys, you know, just to make sure. Anyway, we're just gonna move on, and I do believe the spoopy stuff is actually about to happen. The real spoopy stuff of this movie. If you all know what I mean. It's in the title of it, but, you
So
know.
the legend goes, the pirate Moonscar buried treasure on the island, which Fred thinks is further proof.
And sorry if it's getting, like, really too bright. The sun is occasionally coming in and coming out.
A dead body seems to be coming to life.
Oh, yeah.
Come to stop.
There's also at that point where, like, the animation for this movie gets really, really good. Just that whole transformation scene was really cool.
Including the suspicious gardener.
What were you doing out here?
My job.
He is suspicious, but he is kind of cute.
I can't wait to leave this movie in a body bag. They decide to look for
Okay.
kids in the night as they're shown to their rooms.
Your room is this way, Fred. And this is your room, Miss Blake.
I object! Fred and I get separate rooms, but Scooby and Shaggy share the same bed?
Oh, no, Doug! No, bad Doug, no!
I like that for dinner, Shaggy changes from a green shirt literally into another green
Leave it to Shaggy to always know how to dress for the occasion if food is involved.
Property of Colonel Jackson T. Pettigrew, 8th Louisiana.
Does nobody have short names in Scooby-Doo Mysteries?
Let's see whose Redbeard really is.
It's
Jeff!
That sounds like a Civil War regiment.
There were Confederate barracks on this island.
Now we have Civil War ghosts fighting pirate ghosts. When did Asylum pick
Oh no. The Asylum would find a way to ruin that in a heartbeat.
Dog will have to eat outside.
Rats!
It's hard to enjoy a meal with a bunch of eyes staring at you.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Somebody in the house is just banging his mother.
Like, sit tight, old buddy.
Sorry, I have to clean my glasses there for a second, people.
They of course stumble across more spooks as both zombies.
It's kind of weird that, like, they don't explain in the scene exactly how they woke up the zombies. I guess you could say it was that weird green mist that occasionally appears in the movie.
I told you the huntings were just beginning.
That's why I prepared this nice dinner.
Yeah, kind of a dumb idea there.
To make sure nothing's happened to them.
So it's
Oops,
you.
sorry.
Oh, Gardner!
You're crazy afraid
Come on.
about zombies.
You're never around when these ghosts and zombies appear.
Now, isn't that a coincidence?
We really believe you're behind it, which probably means you're not behind it. How many times have we done this routine?
Yeah, they're kind of bad at their job.
Accusations, even after saving one of their lives.
Quicksand.
Thanks.
Although that looked like water more than quicksand, but can't really blame the animation, I guess.
Fred and Daphne find the mystery machine as well as the crawfish Scooby and Shaggy ate. That seems scream-worthy.
Yeah, this movie had a lot of, like, girlish screams. You can thank Daphne and Lena for that.
Shaggy and Scooby as well as a zombie.
It's the fakest, cheesiest mask I've ever seen.
But it feels real.
I know, from all the dead faces I've touched in the past. Don't Google me.
Maybe it's real.
Well, I never thought I'd say this in a Scooby-Doo movie, but...
Sorry about that, my dog is just barking at
The
stuff.
cast of Black Cauldron would be like...
Oh, sorry, let me just fix that. Yeah, when I first saw that as a kid, I was just like, holy crap! The zombies are real. They're not guys in masks or weird projections, they're real zombies. And stuff later on in this movie was really big and ambitious for Warner Brothers to make out of a kid's film, let alone a Scooby-Doo movie. But again, rewatching it is just amazing and crazy how they came up with that for, like, real zombies and stuff.
More zombies come to life as yet another inappropriate rock song plays, but...
Oh yeah, and this music, this was one of the best things for this first movie. The soundtrack for it was really good.
It's like if there was a Rob Zombie Kids. It actually kind of gels.
Only if Rob Zombie were 7 or 12 years old.
Dolls of Fred, Velma, and Daphne, as they seem to move whenever they're picked up. And yeah, this scene's pretty funny.
This one looks like
Oof.
Jenkins! Ow!
I'll forgive you only if you do that 5 more times.
Stop it, Doug, stop!
Back to the house and discover the power is off. Great, this house was a pirate ship and the set for the Munsters. I had a feeling about both. They come across Lena, who says the zombies drag Simone away, but Velma doesn't quite believe her.
I saw the footprints of Simone's heels. She wasn't dragged. She walked down that tunnel.
That's why I let you walk us into this room where we can be easily trapped.
Little late there on the reveal there, Velma. Almost forgot her name, sorry.
Sure enough, Simone reveals herself and uses the voodoo dolls to capture them.
Sorry, I suspected you.
Apology accepted.
You're still a suspect.
Seriously?
Oh!
Jesus, this really is Sleepwalkers!
Well, I mean, technically, Sleepwalkers had vampire-like, were-cat people. You know, now I think about it, yeah, it is kind of like Sleepwalkers. How have I never realized that after all these years of watching the movie? Jeez! Oof. Still really cool little transformation that they do there. And the animation works for it.
Less scary and more funny.
At least Scoob and Shaggy are still free.
We didn't even bother making wax dolls of them. A waste of time and magic wax.
Jeez, Lena!
It's like not making Sonic the movie toys because you know they won't sell. It's practical, but still mean.
Every harvest moon, I must drain the life force from victims to preserve my immortality.
So really the title of this should have been Scooby-Doo on Zombie, Ghost, Crazy Cat Lady, and somehow Confederate.
That would be too long of a title.
Show up. It looks like even the fairy captain.
Yeah, the ferryman's also a werecat. Forgot about that a bit.
I was one of a group of settlers who made this island our home. We looked to our cat god for a bountiful harvest.
Kind of a weird way of putting that. Isn't that kind of like saying we look to our Blitz Carpenter to show us the way? Moonscar was looking for a place to bury his treasure and attach.
Oh yeah, this happened.
Into the bayou where they were eaten by gators. I think I gotta play a clip from earlier. Well, I never thought I'd say this in a Scooby-Doo movie, but holy shit! They prayed to the cat gods who gave them feline powers. So, just to clarify, cat gods are the true religion in the Scooby-Doo universe. Oh, Scooby, you're going to cat hell. And they killed all the pirates off. Over the years, they would lure people to the island and drain their life force to stay alive. Meaning...
Again, very, very ambitious for a Scooby-Doo film. Jeez. And that bit was just like their tribe getting forced into the water and killed by alligators. That's the cherry on top, people. That and killing a bunch of other people that came to the island. That's also a double cherry on top.
Impressive body count.
It's us or them, world. Make it them.
Just as they're about to be added to the pile, Scooby and Shaggy distract them as Velma breaks free and quickly makes voodoo dolls of Lena and Simone.
You're not the only ones who like playing with dolls.
Jinkies! Thank God I'm brushed up on the horrors of the black arts. Don't Google me either. Because they didn't drain them in time, the curse claims that...
Oh, yeah!
God!
Dang!
Like, seriously, how did we get a G out of this? All the zombies
They probably found a way.
It looks like the day is saved, but nobody will believe what happened.
Don't be so sure. I'm Detective Bone Neville. Been working
Oh yeah, that randomly happened in the movie for some reason.
I'm ungodly slow at doing my job. He agrees to do an interview for Daphne's show as the gang gets ready to leave the island.
With all the zombies and cat creatures gone, this is a pretty romantic spot.
Yeah.
No!
Makes me think of all the times we mentally cheated on each other. I'm totally doing that cop, by the way.
I would like to write detective stories.
I've always been crazy about a good detective. A story, that is. I even own my own mystery bookstore.
No kidding.
Do you have a brother I could possibly date? Well, this is ironic. Reminded this guy was a character as Scooby and Shaggy have one last bite for the road.
Oh yeah, this happens.
Someone didn't measure out this framing or they've all been cursed by David the Gnome's eyebrows.
Ugh. Yep, and that's where the movie ends.
Be one of the best Scooby-Doo movies, if not the best Scooby-Doo movie. And for what it is, yeah, it's pretty good.
I figured he would like it.
It's still a Scooby-Doo cartoon, so it's still more kid-centered in terms of humor and character. But it does up the ante with heavily atmospheric animation, a cinematic feel, a decent mystery combining the practical and supernatural, and some pretty intense creep factor as far as Scooby-Doo movies go. I don't think it's any great achievement or anything, but for a straight-to-video movie, a lot more effort was put into it than many would probably expect. It's nice that it can play up the darkness and take a few risks than, say, other Scooby-Doo properties should have. You know who you are. So yeah, if you're a Scooby-Doo fan, this is a pretty decent flick to check out. If you're not, I don't think this is gonna sway you, but I don't think it'll turn you off to it either. I think it has just enough of an edgy creativity to be enjoyable, as long as you keep in mind the humor and characters are still primarily aimed at kids. But what's wrong with that? Go ahead and gather the little ones around the TV screen and scare the everlasting bejesus out of them.
Well, not preferably your 3-year-olds or 5-year-olds.
Nostalgia ween. So next week, it probably makes sense to review something a little different. Something super, but full of wonder. Drove people batty, but was gone in a flash. Aquaman and Cyborg.
Okay. Well, there you have it, guys. That was my reaction to Nostalgia Critic's review of Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. And hopefully, in the near future, we'll see him do all the other Scooby-Doo films. I know he's already done the 2 live-action ones, the Monsters Unleashed and the first live-action Scooby-Doo movie, which I've reacted to those on my old channel, but my old channel's not there anymore. So if you guys wanted me to re-react to those, let me know in the comments section down below. But yeah, still a great movie, and honestly, some of the jokes that Doug had in this video were really fun to listen to. He kind of overdid it with the whole Velma and Daphne one. You know what I mean by you watched the video and stuff like that. But yeah, went a little overboard with that one. But yeah, surprisingly, really fun video. Fun jokes to listen to. Again, really do miss his old channel with his, his old videos, I mean, with, without the budget and stuff. But, you can like what you get. But, yeah. Anyways, with that being said, thank you all for watching this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell to never miss a new video. Yeah, and hopefully you guys have an awesome October this year. And when Halloween comes up, hopefully you guys have an awesome Halloween for that. Anyway, with that being said, I will see all you awesome guys and gals later. Bye-bye!